Hi guys, Mrs. Van Heusen back here to teach you how to draw a flying dragon. I have drawn mine out already with a pencil. I think you can lightly see it. I'm going to go ahead and go over it with a Sharpie. I would like you to please start out with a pencil using light pressure in case you make mistakes. So we're going to start with this dragon. So sketch a small circle for the head. So my head, let's see where it is in proportion to my paper. So this is the edge of my paper. I did my head right here. So this is the middle of my paper. So it's a little ways down to the left. That way you have room for the rest of your dragon. Alright, I'm going to zoom in a little bit and I'm going to draw a circle for my head. That's my circle. And then you want to sketch a pretty big oval for the body. And you want to notice how the position of the oval and the head are. So the oval is going to be directly above the head. So here's the oval. So the thing with me drawing with a Sharpie is I cannot erase any of my lines. Please start using a pencil, that way you can erase those lines. I'm doing a Sharpie so you can see. The next step we're going to do is we're going to draw a curving neckline. So I'm going to start right here at the upper portion of my oval, and I'm going to connect it to my circle. There we are. That's one side. You see how it's a nice curved line. Let's go ahead and do this on this side. There we go. A head, a body, and a neck. We're starting to see the shape of our dragon. So next we're going to draw a beak face with an open mouth. So to do so, you're going to start at the edge of your circle and just going to draw two curvy lines like that, facing each other. And then we're going to turn them into a beak. See that? And then let's draw our eye. So here's our curvy line. And inside that curvy line, we're just going to draw a circle. There's our eye. And let's add a nostril. Let's add a nostril. You can draw a circle for this. You can draw a nice rounded oval for your nostril, however you like. Alright, so let's move on to our claws. So to draw our claw, I think my third graders have done this when we did our lizard. So let's just go ahead and draw two lines, one long, one short, coming out of the neck. And then we're just going to use a series of curvy lines to do the fingers. So I'll do that again. Going to start here, we're going to curve in, come out, curve in, come out, curve in, come out. Kind of looks like almost like goo or something like that. And then we're going to add our claws to it. So that's one foot. Let's draw the other foot. Same deal. I'm going to draw two straight lines coming out of the body, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to draw these weird looking claws, and then we're going to put a sharp claw on top of it. So there's the foot, and then they each have a claw. So now let's come back here. We're going to work on the back leg. So we're going to start on the furthest part of our oval, a little ways in, but pretty much the furthest part. we're going to draw a straight line, diagonal straight line coming out. And then over here, I want you to draw almost like a U. And then we're going to connect them. So this line is going to come down. So it almost looks like you have a right angle up here. And then this line is going to come down. Okay, and then we're going to go back into drawing our claws. I guess these are fingers more than they are claws. And now we'll draw our claws. So once again, these fingers are, take time doing them. They're curvy. They come up and down, up and down, up and down. So we have our 3 feet. All right, let's move on. I would like to draw 2 wings on its back. So to draw the wings, I start right here. I'm going to put a little dot so you see where I start. So find that on your paper and put a little dot there. And then you're going to come up and a little ways to the side. Now, it's not a straight line up. It's a little to the right. And then you're going to curve up to the sky. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to mimic it right above it. Come up and come to the right. Come up to the right. Come up, go to the right. And then this is pretty easy. You just bring this wing almost straight down, but you want to just give it a little curve and another curve, just like that. So let's work on that over here. So you want to give it some points on the wings. So to do that, I'm going to curve down like this. Then we're going to curve in, and then we're going to curve in again. So if you have to erase it and try it a couple times, you can do that. Now, if I was using a pencil, I'd want to erase this line right here. I don't want this line, and it's getting in the way. So using a pencil, I would just erase this, and when I trace over it with a Sharpie, I would not draw this line. But I had to show you where the body was. So here's the wings, and then we're going to add a tail. So to draw a tail, we're just going to draw 2 parallel lines coming from the body. Here they come out. And then we're going to give it an arrow tail. So you're just going to draw an arrow on the top of it. Just like so. Alright, so now let's add some horns on the head. Here's your head. I'm going to add some spiky horns. There they are, spiky horns. And then we want to also add rib lines to the wings. So here's the wings. We want to start up here, and we're just going to draw a line to each point at the bottom. So over here, you're just going to draw a line to each point. There we go. Their wings have rib lines on them. Then we want to draw spiky scales down the neck and tail. So here's our neck. We're going to divide our neck pretty much in half, all the way up to the wing. You want to go ahead and draw that line. And on the line you just drew, you want to go back and add triangles. And these triangles, here I'll show you. We're going to give this dragon some spikes. Ta-da! And then I'm going to add spikes on the back of its tail. Alright, so here's our dragon. I think last thing we need is some fire coming out of its mouth. So the fire is going to be an organic shape. You're going to start from inside the mouth. You're going to come out over here, and kind of go up a little, do a little triangle, come to a point. There we go. I would say that looks kind of like fire. Once again, it doesn't have to be perfect. When you're done drawing this, some of the lines you want to erase, I'll actually show you in red what lines you want to erase. You want to erase this line right here. You want to erase this line right here. You don't want these two lines. You don't want this line right here. You don't want this line up here. You don't really need this line either, connecting the beak to the head. You don't need that. You don't need this line either, connecting the head to the neck. And you don't need these lines going through the wings. So go ahead and erase those with your eraser. I drew this with a Sharpie, so I'm not able to erase it. But this way you can see better how to draw this dragon. So here we are. You can color him any way you want. If you want to, I have another video of how to draw a knight. You can draw a knight under here, fighting this dragon. If that's the case, I would move this dragon up higher a little bit, so you have room for the knight. You can even draw a castle in the background and make this into a scene. So here is an idea of how to color him. This is how I did mine. Yours does not have to look this way. Here's my fire coming out of the mouth, our claws, our feet, his wings, his tail, his horns. And as you can see, when I traced it, none of those lines that I talked about are there. I erased them all before I traced them with my Sharpie. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Ask your parents to take a picture, send them to me. I'd really like to see how these turned out. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And I'm really grateful that I got to spend time with you this year, and it was really, really fun. I hope you guys had fun too. Have a great rest of your week, like I said. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.